Hey everybody, and welcome back to SEDCENT Presents The Age Woman. I am your girl, Miss Nicole. I am here today to talk to you about cooking. As important as eating is, a lot of us don't cook. How can you possibly trust people to cook your food who don't like you? We have an old saying down south. And our saying down south is we don't eat from everybody's house. We don't need everybody cooking. So how can we go into these restaurants and be eating these people's food? We have got to cut that out. That is just crazy. Everybody know these people don't like us. They don't have the people don't like us. You got enemies out there that just don't like you. And I'm telling you from experience, I used to work the Waffle House back in the days, right? This girl got mad at this other lady because she was being nasty to her. She spit in her butter. She had some grits. She had the butter on top of the grits. It had that melted. She spit right in it, y'all. She's spitting it. But it ain't had nothing to do with me. And that was some other type stuff. So but that was wicked. That was wicked. So imagine how many times you done went out to eat and you done pissed somebody off and they spit in your food and you ain't knew it. You sitting up here trying to fit into some stuff you should be cooking. It's cheaper to buy food. Cheaper to buy food and take your ass home. You got all them pots and stuff in there, but don't use them. Go home and cook. Now, how do you cook every day? Because I know that's a hard thing. Because everybody like, oh my God, I gotta cook every day. Yeah. Because you are responsible for taking care of and feeding the family. If not you, then your husband. And you can help make sure that the kids eat healthy by cooking meals for them. Your kids can't form good, strong, healthy bodies, brains, eyeballs, eating ramen noodles and TV dinners and microwave pizzas. That is nothing for them to grow off of. When you can go buy some rice, some dry beans, some kind of canned goods, and get some meat. And it don't even have to be a big thing. You could take boneless chicken. Let me tell you something. I buy a 10-pound bag of boneless chicken, and we'll eat chicken every day of the week, and you will never know that it was the same. That I done flipped it. It's like fried chicken, boiled chicken, chicken salad, chicken this. I can flip it, and we don't never get tired of eating chicken. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you feel like cooking. Not saying I cook chicken every day because that'll be too much. But you gotta cook. You gotta cook. If you don't know how to cook, cooking is all about timing. Cooking is all about timing. You gotta know how to put the food on. First, you gotta get you a decent set of pots. You cannot be trying to cook with them pots that you get from Family Dollar because that ain't gonna work. You have to go to Walmart. You have to get at least like the $59 set. The cheapest pots that you need to spend is $79 to $80. Get a $100 one and spoil yourself. Get all the good stuff. You gotta set your kitchen up. Your kitchen gotta be cookable. You know what I'm saying? You ladies who like fried food, instead of having a fryer where the baby might get burned, buy you a deep fryer and keep that on there. You have fried chicken, fried french fries, fried what the hell ever. You know what I'm saying? French fries, whatever. In your deep fryer, and that takes like 20 minutes. All you gotta do is let the grease heat up. Set the fryer on the counter somewhere away so nobody can touch it. Plug that bad boy in, you done cook 10 minutes flat. It don't never take me that long to cook my food. The longest thing in my house take me to cook is rice. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm like baking something or something. But I love coming up with different ideas when I want to cook. I take and make some chicken and throw some bouillabaisse in it and thicken it up and put a can of kidney beans and some bell peppers and onions and beans and the chicken and all that's in one pot with some rice. That's dinner. And that didn't even take up about maybe an hour. Because I want my chicken falling apart because it was that thick old white meat. Y'all know that stuff be nice and juicy. So that's what we having tonight for dinner. But come up with different things. Cooking you don't have to have a recipe. If you got some corn and you got a can of corn and a can of tomatoes and some rice and make some rice and corn. I mean, tomatoes, rice, and corn. Be like Mexi rice or something. You know what I'm saying? Do that. That's how you be. You got to be creative, but you got to learn to cook. You got to stop depending on other people to feed you. And you got to build these skills. You got to cook. Nobody should be bringing us food in these tough day and times. We should be making our own things. And cooking is not hard. Like I say, it's all about timing. And it's like thousands of YouTube videos about cooking anything that you ever want to know. And if you want some recipes, hit me up, queenforcreation@gmail.com. I can send you a couple of great YouTube channels that I get my recipes from. And like I said, a lot of my stuff I just do on my own, you know. And not even that, sisters. As long as you got you either get you some of that blue seasoned salt or that orange top seasoned salt, and you put that on anything, it tastes delicious. You can put that damn seasoned salt on anything, it tastes delicious. Either the one with the blue top or the one with the orange top. They ain't giving me no gratuity for this, or I ain't mentioning no name, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Or it can just say seasoned salt. But you get some of that there, you ain't even really gotta have nothing else. Get you some fresh grease, buy you gotta do that. Yeah, nobody can be in the streets forever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, a good way to lock your mans down is to have him some dinner. A good way. Because being able to bake a pan of cornbread go a long way with a man these days. I'm telling you. Being able to bake some biscuits, he might try to marry a sister. You know what I'm saying? You better get your skills up, girls. Because I'm telling you, it's wild in these streets. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these women, they tripping, but they, some of them trying to get right. Even Gail, she talking about how lonely she was. But see, when you man hating like that, in times like this, you be like, damn, I wish I had any old nigga to come through and keep me warm. But they ain't coming. Because you done fucked up. So, you know what I'm saying? You going to have to change your shit up. Get right. So these men will deal with y'all accordingly, Because there should be no woman that no woman should be by herself. But some of our men kind of turned out. So we just have to be patient. And some of you ladies need to not be afraid. If you don't have kids and you single, you should think about leaving and going somewhere else. I mean, my personal story is that's what I did. I'm from Savannah, Georgia. I came to the reality years ago that it was no man that I was gonna be able to find now that I wanted that was for me, So I said I'm moving to Charlotte, North Carolina. Crazy, I did it. I stayed there for 2 years, and it was wonderful. I loved it. And then I met my husband. We found, the Most High sent me my husband. You know what I'm saying? And the ironic part about the whole situation is his mom is from Savannah, Georgia, where I'm from. That's how I know what's going on with me. Because I'm like, there is no way in this world. I move all the way from Charlotte, from Savannah, Georgia, all the way to North Carolina, which is a big thing for a country girl. And I end up meeting a man that's from Brooklyn, Brooklyn, New York, whose mama just happened to be from Savannah, Georgia. She just lived on the west side. I mean, come on, man. I look at the little things. That's definitely God for me, because I would have never guessed. You know what I'm saying? But I love it. So I'm telling y'all just get y'all cooking game tight. God gonna say y'all a man. You gotta build yourself up as a woman. You gotta find things to do and have that specialness about you. That's gonna attract a suitable person. And also too, developing more skills makes you more valuable. We're coming to some scary times, and it's a lot of women that's, despite you might think that you short of something, but it's women even worse off than you are right now, and going to be even more worse off than you later on. That's why in the Bible, back in the days, they was talking about all these women, these men have multiple wives. It's because it's a lack of men, number one, and it's gonna be so many righteous women that's by themselves that's gonna need a man to help them. So if he's gonna be spending time helping her and doing this, she might as well come on, join the family, get down, and he put a baby in her too. That's how they look at it. And I know, like, we not interested in that because we don't want to share our men, but just imagine that is a high possibility of what is to come, So that was a lot because I don't want to share my man either. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to share my man with nobody at all, but it's not up for me to decide. I accept my place. I ain't saying I'm going to like it, but I'm going to accept my place and I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. Because that's how I get blessed. You know what I'm saying? And also too, it's gonna be hard for somebody to replace me. That's how I want to make it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make it hard for him to want somebody else other than you, because you already know they said that they can. A lot of guys believe in polygamy, and because it's acceptable in our nation. So, but some guys just like, nah, I ain't with it. But the guys who with it, they still good guys too. I'm not, I don't speak bad about it at all. But, it is what it is. We don't really have a say-so in the matter. But since we don't have a say-so in the matter, I'm going to make it hard for you to want somebody else other than this sexy thing right here. That's just me. But I love you guys. Like I said, get to cooking and get to cooking. And get the cooking. Y'all need to start cooking. You know what I'm saying? Get it started. I'm telling you, you better learn how to make some bread too. Because it seems like every time something go down, the bread always the first thing to go out the stove. So that's my next thing I'm going to be working on. Teaching myself how to bake some bread. Just a regular loaf. I'll be good with that. So thank you guys. I love you. If you ever want to talk, queenfromcreation@gmail.com. Follow us on SCDCENT on YouTube and Facebook. I got my flea market gardening videos up and running, and you can check out how I am building a garden with nothing but things that I'm finding, and maybe a few dollars. I gotta spend money on something, but check it out. It's on SCDCENT on YouTube. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. Keep like and subscribe to my channels, and support my station. I appreciate you guys. Thanks. Bye.